If you found this video through any normal search engine like Google or Bing, I suggest you just close it right now and search how to rank in AI again. But if you discovered this video through Perplexity, GPTs, or any other AI-powered search engine, well, congratulations, you are in the right place. Now, before we dive into this new method of ranking AI, I need you to forget all those old school website SEO cliches. Because, as a sailor, you wouldn't find a new continent with an old star map. And here is something deeper. Most people don't realize that AI search engines are fundamentally different from modern search engines like Google's or Bing. They're not just databases with web scrapers, they are scrapers with minds. And throughout this video, I will explain the difference at every step and tell you why you should do this to rank in AI. When I say AI, I'm usually referring to those large language models trained based on neural networks. This video is actually an experiment to test my hypothesis, and I will use this content to prove it and even update you with more insight in future videos. You see, after talking to these LLMs every day, I've gradually come to believe that ranking in AI would be a crucial issue in the future, just like how SEO have become common in today's world. So buckle up. Let's start with my first theory. Let's talk about multimodal strategy. Traditional search engines, they only care about text and backlink. But modern AI models are different. They can process and understand everything: text, image, audio, and video. They are built this way for a reason. Multimodal inputs help them reason better, just like how we use all our senses. And these AI models train on diverse datasets. They understand content across different type of media. And here is a T. When you provide multiple formats, you give AI more data points to work with, and this makes your content more likely to be seen as relevant and valuable. So how do we implement this multimodal strategy? And let me break it down. Start with clear, informative text. That's your foundation. Then visualize your key concept. Use infographics, diagram, image. Make sure your idea comes to life visually. But don't stop there. Add audio elements. Think podcast-style discussion or quick summaries. It's perfect for people who learn by listening or consume content on the move. Short videos, they are powerful. Use them for quick overviews or demonstration. And when you are dealing with data, show it both in text and visually. Graphs and charts make complex information click. Here's why this works. When you present your content across different formats, you are not just helping different types of learners, you are giving AI search engine exactly what they need: rich, diverse content to analyze and rank. And the second is one brand, multiple touchpoints. And this is different from the old SEO strategy. You may have been taught that your domain website is the most important. And that's why there were so many articles about how to add internal links and make sure CTRs. But in the world of AI search, everything's different now. When you ask what's the best coffee beans for mocha, well, AI just gives you direct answers. No website or no domain involved. And in this new AI search area, traditional website boundaries doesn't matter anymore. And this is why spreading your content across multiple platforms isn't just an option, it's crucial. And let me break down why. First, it's about increasing data points. AI models are constantly crawling and indexing content from everywhere. When you spread your brand across different platforms, you are creating multiple touchpoints for AI to recognize you. Second, you get diverse content. Each platform provides a unique environment for your content, helping AI understand how it fits different scenarios. And finally, there is cross-platform validations. When AI sees your constant presence across platforms, it reads as a signal of credibility. It's like getting multiple votes of confidence. And let's talk about speaking their languages. When it comes to AI search, we need to think about two distinct languages. First, there's human languages, all those different languages your audience speak. And then there's what I call AI preferred languages, the specific structure and the formats that AI models understand the best. Now here is something interesting. If you have played around with AI system, you might notice that they give different answers based on the language format you use. And why? Because their training data and process method vary across languages. So what does this mean for you? Your content need to cover multiple languages. But the good news is AI is actually very good at helping with this. You can use for batch translation and reviews. Now, about AI language preference. It seems to respond better with clear structured text and QA style formats. It's likely they have their own preferred way of processing information. The last is get indexed. Yes, essentially all the steps we take are to get AI to index our content. Most large language models claim that they regularly collect and index content from the internet, but very few disclose their special channels and standard names for indexing and acquiring information. What we do know is that your search records and behaviors are documented. And this might even be used for fine-tune another model in the future. And here you will find that maintaining content update frequency and creating content earlier often become much more important. Suppose the AI database is from April, then you only create content in May, then naturally your brand won't be indexed by the AI. Another method is what I consider theoretically feasible, but have never practiced, and I call it flood indexing. But to some content, you can create a large number of bots through automation or manipulate your users to constantly ask a question on AI search engine. Well, that will establish a strong connection between you and certain keywords. Well, again, I wouldn't try this. I would attempt to do something milder within the rules. For example, creating related public perplexity page and shareable AI question threads. Well, of course, this is all a black box, but isn't Google the same? Well, I originally recorded this to help small and medium business get more visibilities. Because let's face it, Google's SEO have become a nightmare. Every core algorithm update seems to hurt independent sites and business. Just search why my traffic drops and you will see what I mean. And after talking to countless people, I've noticed something fascinating. People's search habits are changing with the rise of large language model. And this isn't just a temporary shift, it's a trend. And here's what I believe. In the future, people will primarily use LLM-based search for information. And we will see the rise of what I call GEO, Generative Engine Optimization. Sure, traditional SEO principles might still apply to some extent. After all, large language models are just more advanced algorithms than Google's retrieval system. Look at what is happening already. The programming tutorial SEO industry is practically disappearing. And that's just the beginning. This future isn't some distant reality, it's already here. And this content, well, it might be the first guide for me on ranking in AI, but it definitely won't be the last. And I will keep updating and optimizing until you can find me on AI search engine you use.